Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am back today with a book haul for you. I recently took a little trip to Barnes & Noble. I also purchased some fall and Halloween themed books for my Kindle, which I am excited to share with you guys. And it was also recently my birthday where I got some books. So I figured I would kind of do a cumulative haul for you. If you guys want to follow me on my reading journey in real time, I'm really good about updating my Goodreads super duper often, so you guys can always see what I'm currently reading, the books I want to read, reviews of books, and my ratings and all of that good stuff. So I will have my profile linked in the description box down below if you want to keep up. I hope you guys enjoy seeing this video, and if you want to see books that I've recently added to my physical bookshelf and also my Kindle shelf, make sure to keep on watching. I'm gonna start off with the books that I have purchased on my Kindle because there are only a couple of them. One of them is our book club book that I'm actually reading for the month, and then I have two fall Halloween time books. So I love my Kindle, you guys. If you want a full Kindle tour one day, let me know with links to all the accessories and stuff. I can definitely do that for you. But just to give you a quick sneak peek, this is what my Kindle looks like. Super girly and fun and definitely my vibe. The first book that I purchased on my Kindle is The Rom-Commers by Catherine Center. This is the book that my book club is reading this month, and I was so excited about this because I absolutely love Catherine Center. Funny enough, the Kindle version of this book was actually just almost as expensive as the hardcover, which was really strange, but I did have some Amazon digital credits, which is why I went ahead and purchased it on my Kindle, and I am really enjoying it so far. I'm about 50% of the way through this one, and it's really great so far. I expected nothing less from Catherine Center. It's definitely made me laugh a lot so far, so I'll keep you guys posted on this one. The next book that I picked up is going absolutely viral right now for the fall season, and that is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore. This book looks so cute, you guys. Definitely going to start reading it once we kind of get deeper into September and early October fall season, but I literally have seen every time I'm scrolling TikTok, it's every other one on my For You page is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. So I actually snagged this one for 99 cents on a Kindle sale. I'm a part of the group on Facebook called Kindle Girlies, and the people on there are amazing, and they're always posting book deals when they're $1, 99 cents, or even free for purchase, which is awesome. So if you guys have a Kindle, I definitely recommend joining that Facebook group. You guys know I love a good seasonal book. It is considered a spicy small town romance, and the description literally says TikTok made me buy it, which is so true because it's so viral right now. But definitely excited to dive on into this one, along with another fall Halloween book that I have on my Kindle called Spookily Yours by Jennifer Chipman. This is another one of those books that I saw was actually free for purchase on the Kindle Girlies group on Facebook, but I am seeing now that it is also part of Kindle Unlimited. So if you guys have Kindle Unlimited, you can download this book. I decided to just download it for $0 so it doesn't count towards my Kindle Unlimited borrow number, if that makes sense. But this seemed super cute too. It's 246 pages, a really short, easy read. And like I said, I love a good holiday theme book. So I will keep you guys posted. Now jumping on into physical books, you guys might see some little empty spaces. There it is in my shelf because I'm just gonna pull out the new ones that I purchased. I did recently reorganize since I got so many new books. I needed to reorganize and put them back in proper order. So just gonna start grabbing. The first one that I have here is Happy Place by Emily Henry. I feel like the only person on this earth who has never read Emily Henry book. I've owned Book Lovers by Emily Henry for 2 years now, and I have not read it yet. I feel like there's just so many books, so little time, and it's so impossible to get through everything on my shelf so quickly. I'm sure it's really great though, just based on what everyone else says about Emily Henry. This one in particular follows Harriet and Wynne, and from the back cover it seems like they've been a couple, but then they break up and no one knows about it, and they have to go on a trip pretending that they're still together. So I feel like with that storyline, fake dating, how could it be bad? But I guess we will see. Definitely excited to dive into the world of Emily Henry one day. Next up, I have this series by Colleen Hoover, which is maybe not, maybe now, maybe someday. I don't exactly know which order this goes in, so you guys will have to let me know, and I'm definitely going to look it up. But I did go see It Ends With Us recently, which I have thoughts and feelings. I won't dive into it, but it definitely did get me interested, or back interested, I should say, in picking up something else by Colleen Hoover. You guys know Colleen Hoover was all the rage when all of the book hype like started a couple of years ago. I feel like, at least for me, It Starts With Us was that one book that got me back into reading. I've read almost all of Colleen Hoover's books, but I hadn't read this series. My boyfriend's mom got this for me for my birthday because she really loved this. I feel like once you really dive into the book and reading world and discover other authors, there are better things than Colleen Hoover, but I don't know, reading her books are just like really easy for me. They kind of remind me of, like, again, how I got back into reading. These are a couple of the ones that I have not read yet, so I'm really excited to have these. I still have the little plastic thing holding these together, but this one looks nice and short. This one is definitely a novella, it looks like. And again, I'm not sure the order of these, but let me know in the comments down below. Next up, I purchased Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. This is the only book in this haul that I have read completely through. I read it on my Kindle maybe like a year, almost 2 years ago now maybe. But when I tell you guys, this is like top 2 or 3 books for me. It lives in my head absolutely rent free. I love this book with my whole heart and soul. When I saw it in Barnes & Noble, I just knew I had to have a copy. I absolutely love this cover. I just think it is so beautiful. And the story is just, it's just such an amazing story. I'm 99% sure I've talked about this or raved about it on my channel before, but if you guys have not seen Say You Swear by Megan Brandy, please pick it up if you are looking for something just, I want to say, like, gut-wrenching. Honestly, this book was like one of the books that absolutely ruined me. It just tugs at the heartstrings in like the perfect way. And it is a football romance as well. It does follow football players in there. So if that sounds up your alley, I definitely recommend picking this up. I absolutely flew through it on my Kindle, and I recommend it to absolutely everyone who will listen. I know I'm not the only person that when they love a book so much on their Kindle, they have to purchase the physical copies. I did that with the entire Knock 'Em Out series by Lucy Score also, which are some of my top favorite reads, but just read this. I won't talk about it anymore. Just read it. Another TikTok made me buy it is Done and Dusted by Lila Sage. I have been seeing this absolutely everywhere. Another one that has completely taken over my For You page, and I knew I had to grab it in Barnes & Noble. Although I will say Barnes & Noble books are so expensive. I think I just got used to purchasing books on Amazon. They are always cheaper, sometimes half the price on Amazon, but also it's like the experience of going into Barnes & Noble and supporting a physical bookstore I love so much. So I picked this one up. It will be my first experience with a cowboy romance, so I will let you guys know if I like it. This is a sizzling small town brother's best friend romance, and I absolutely love the cover on this one. I feel like it looks just so different from contemporary romance covers nowadays. It looks like a drawing, which is super cool. The next book that I picked up, I've absolutely never heard of it before, and it seems a little different than the books that I typically read. So if you guys have ever read this, let me know, but it's called The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels, and it just sounded really good. It sounds like it's kind of like a fantasy. It actually doesn't say what genre it is on here, aside from the fact that it's a fiction novel, but it says a prim and proper lady thief must save her aunt from a crazed pirate and his dangerously charming henchman in this fantastical, oh, it says it right there. In this fantastical historical romance. I am trying my best to get more into fantasy books. I have been reading book 2 of ACOTAR since February. I just like cannot 100% get myself into it, but I am determined to finish this series, so I will keep you guys posted on that. This just sounded really funny. It sounded different. I just kind of wanted to pick up something I never heard anyone talk about before. And of course, the cover looked really cute also. It's by India Holton is the author. You guys know I am a total baseball girly, so I just had to pick up The Art of Catching Feelings by Alicia Thompson. Like, first of all, look at this cover. It is so stinking cute. I love this cover so much. I feel like baseball, romance books, how can I not love this? I knew that I had to grab it. And I have read a couple of baseball romances in the past, which I did really like. This is definitely on my TBR as baseball season comes to a close, or I don't know if I should save it for next spring when baseball season starts up again. Like I said earlier, I really like reading books like seasonally. So I'm like, I don't know if I'll get to this one this year, but maybe next spring when baseball season starts, I think this could be a really fun read. 2 new books from Taylor Jenkins Reid. Carrie Soto is back and Malibu Rising. I love Taylor Jenkins Reid. Every book that I've read by her has been so phenomenal. I've read 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, Daisy Jones and the Six, and then also One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. They are just all so beautifully written. I love her style of writing. They are just true, like fiction, either romance or historical fiction. When you want to break from like the typical rom-com or the typical contemporary romance, I feel like these books are just such good palate cleansers, and they're just always such beautifully well-written stories. I feel like they really suck you in and just like put you in these places, time periods, settings with these characters. The way she writes is just so phenomenal, and you can just like see it playing out in your head like a movie. If you guys haven't read any books by Taylor Jenkins Reid, I highly recommend. Carrie Soto is back, I believe, follows a tennis player or a retired tennis player. And then I'm not actually sure what Malibu Rising is about. I haven't even read the back cover. I just knew that it was something that I would like if she wrote it. I know it's gonna be a good story. I see right off the bat that this takes place in summer of 1983, so I love a good flashback fiction for sure. I think on my channel in the past, I have talked about that Tessa Bailey is a little bit hit or miss for me, but I love these like duos that she comes out with. I feel like some of her standalone books, I'm like, nah, I could have like left those, but I absolutely loved the Ballinger Sisters series, Hook, Line, and Sinker. Let me show you guys. You've seen these a million times on my channel. I absolutely love the Ballinger Sisters series by Tessa Bailey, It Happened One Summer, and Hook, Line, and Sinker. And also earlier this year, I read the first part of this duo right here, Secretly Yours and Unfortunately Yours. Secretly Yours was such a good book. Cannot wait to read Unfortunately Yours and kind of continue this universe. But just seeing a pattern, I really do enjoy these like 2-part little series that she releases versus some of her standalone books. So with that being said, I knew I had to have her latest duo here. The first one is Fangirl Down, which is a golf romance, and then the Au Pair Affair, which looks like a hockey romance. So really excited to read these. I don't know how many times I've said that in this video, but I am excited to read all of these books. I have a huge TBR, I think I counted the other day, 46 unread books on my shelf, and then not to mention everything that I have downloaded to my Kindle on Kindle Unlimited. So we have lots of reading to do always, but I'm excited to read all of them. Besides the fact that Tessa Bailey writes in third person, which isn't my favorite, I still really love these little duos. Like I said, they're funny, they're spicy, there's really great banter, and it's like a really great rom-com if that's what you guys are looking for. So again, these are the 2 latest, Fangirl Down and the Au Pair Affair. Au Pair Affair. I feel like I'm not saying that right. Au pair? Au pair? I don't know. Just a couple of more to show you guys. I have This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. This was another one that was on my birthday list this year that I'm very happy to add to my bookshelf. I have Carly Fortune's 2 other books here. Every Summer After was her debut novel. Meet Me at the Lake was her second novel, which I actually still haven't read yet, which I know might make me seem crazy. Why do you want the 3rd book if you haven't read the 2nd one yet? And I don't think that these are interconnected at all. I'm pretty sure they're all standalones, but you guys, like in true book collector fashion, you just want all of them on your shelf because they look so good. And like I said, I really loved Every Summer After, so I have very high hopes for the next 2 books. Last but certainly not least for this haul is Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. You guys, I have had Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez on my shelf since my birthday last year, so since August of 2023. And I haven't read that one yet. Then I went to Target and I picked up her latest release, Just for the Summer, which I recently just finished reading. Absolutely loved it. Not realizing that this is a kind of interconnected series. They can be read as standalones, but I've heard that it's really amazing. If you read it in order, you get little like breadcrumbs and characters from previous books. So I read the last one first, but that's okay. Part of Your World is actually the first book in the series, so I am going to read the first book and second book in the proper order, and then I think it'll be like, oh, there's that character from just for the summer. So I'm really excited to now have the full series on my bookshelf, and it was actually my first book by Abby Jimenez, and I totally see why they get all of the hype. It was such a great read. I absolutely loved just for the summer, so really looking forward to reading Part of Your World also. It kind of grinds my gears that the books are different sizes. Like this one's taller and they're not like super uniform, but that's okay. But let me know if that bothers anyone else, because I'm like, why aren't you the exact same if you're in a series? All right, you guys, so that is going to complete this video. That is my recent book haul of both physical books and a couple of Kindle books. As always, I will have all of the books that I talked about in today's video listed and linked down below in the description box if you guys want to check them out. And like I said, I will have my Goodreads down below if you want to add me there and keep up with what I'm reading and my book reviews. Thank you guys so much for spending time with me today. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel if you aren't already. And of course, I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.